Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dressed Gaming, and today we're back with some more Pokemon VGC 2018. We're back once again with the Komodo team, and if everything goes according to plan, this will be the last time with the Komodo team. Because I do have one planned, and because by the next time we have a video, it will be the new year, so I want to start the new year, new team, that kind of thing, you know. But for this last video with this team, I did finally update it. So Tapu Fini I finally brought over from Sun and Moon. It's the Tapu Fini I'm used to using. Max Special Defense with Taunt, Moonblast, Muddy Water, and then I gave it Icy Wind. So we still have a little bit more Icy Wind support, although I haven't used Icy Wind as much as I probably should. I don't rely on my speed control as much as I probably should. And then we have Heatran has Shuca Berry now. So this exact same EVs, it still lives in Earthquake from Landorus with these EVs and a Shuca Berry, so I just tossed that on instead of Expert Belt, because I don't think we use Expert Belt as much as we should. And even if we're hitting things super effectively, we're typically going to KO it anyway. So, yeah. I did update the QR code and the Pastebin in the description below, so if you want to try the team out for yourself, be sure to go check that out. QR code is for the 3DS, Pastebin is for Showdown, and then if you enjoyed this video and this team, be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. We're starting off today at 1561 rating. I'm feeling pretty good. I got off work early today for the first time in a long time, and I got a little bit of a nap, so we good to go. Or are we? We got a Kangaskhan, Tapu Fini, Zapdos, Aegislash, Landorus, Therian, and Tyranitar for my opponent. So carrying 3 of the same Pokemon that we are carrying in Landorus, Therian, Kangaskhan, and Tapu Fini, but that's going to be typical. Oh, that's pretty typical. So, I kind of like Komodo here. It can't really touch the Aegislash, and that's basically any Steel-type Pokemon that has a secondary typing that's either immune or resist that fighting stab, unfortunately. But Landorus kind of carries us against the Aegislash and the Zapdos. We could go Fairy, or we could go Fiend. I think Fairy's better than Fini here, just because he has his own Fini, and then the Zapdos. And then do we go Heatran or Kang? I think Heatran helps us with the Aegislash and gives us a backup for it. But I don't think we do that. I think we go Kang. I'm gonna go Kangaskhan, Lando, go Fairy, Komodo. No. There we go. Last second I went Kangaskhan and Clefairy instead. Provide a little support for our Kangaskhan. Plus, we have that Icy Wind as beginning support. So we could go Fake Out, Icy Wind. We could go. I mean, that's what my plan is right now. Is Fake Out, Icy Wind. We could switch in the Landorus if we need to. We're gonna see Kangaskhan, Zapdos lead for my opponent, while I lead Kangaskhan, Clefairy. Now we have seen that a lot of Kangaskhan's are running Adamant nowadays. So I am just going to attempt to fake out these Zapdos. So we Mega Evolve, Fake Out on the Zapdos, and then I go for Icy Wind with the Fairy. If he's smart, he'll fake out my Clefairy. If he wants to be a little cheeky, he's going to attempt to fake out my Kangaskhan. He's actually just going to withdraw the Kangaskhan, so this should be a pretty nice... Oh, I love this. I love this. He's trying to intimidate my Kangaskhan, not expecting the Icy Wind to come out from Clefairy here. Zapdos might be... Zapdos either going to Tailwind here, or it's going to go for, like, Electrium Z, hoping to hit the Kangaskhan, or put a bunch of damage on the Clefairy, so that the following turn he could possibly take out the Clefairy before it could follow me, but I'm going to follow me this next turn. Zapdos does flinch, I get the Icy Wind off. Actually, what I can do... and what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch my Kangaskhan for my own Landorus to intimidate his Landorus, take any superpowers that might be coming in there, or any Electric-type moves, and then go for another Icy Wind. In case Zapdos does want a Tailwind, then both his Pokemon that are out on the field currently will be at neutral. So I like that idea. And then either the following turn, I could go for another Icy Wind, I could Helping Hand my Landorus with Rock Slide, or I could Follow Me, and then just Rock Slide. If he really predicts this, I don't think he will, just because he hasn't seen Landorus come out yet. I don't think he'll Hidden Power Ice the Kangaskhan. I think it's too cheeky. There's Superpower, so we did call that, so we should take that. -1, resisted. Now he's -2 in attack. -1 in defense. Zapdos does Thunderbolt into the Landorus. We called him good. So we could have followed me with Clefairy there and attacked with Kangaskhan, but I think this was a much better play, and I hope you agree with me. So now both Pokemon are -2 speed, so even if a Tailwind gets up there neutral, I'm just going to Rock Slide here with the Landorus and Helping Hand with my Clefairy. This should take out the Zapdos, and it's going to do a ton of damage to that Landorus if it decides to stay in here, especially because it's -1 in defense. I don't think he'll stay in because I think it might be choiced. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was choiced because I think naturally Landorus underspeeds Zapdos. We're going to see Tapu Fini come in here, though. Which could be problematic because it could be a choice Specs Fini, which we used to be, but I no longer agree with. I never really did agree with it. I just wanted to try it out to see what I felt about it. Rock Slide does connect with both Pokemon. It misses out the KO on the Zapdos. And the Zapdos has a berry. Come on, Lando. So you get for running Jolly Landorus, I guess. That's going to be the Ogwav. And then Zapdos does flinch, though. Okay. So the Fini obviously Muddy Waters here, right? I'm going to bring in the Komodo, who should be able to take a Muddy Water decently. I guess I Moonblast here, or do I Icy Wind? Again, just in case he... Yeah, I'm going to Icy Wind just in case he does Tailwind. Okay, so Landorus switching that sucker out. Komodo coming in. I could have brought in Kang, I guess, but Komodo's going to take the Muddy Water the best. Zapdos actually switches, so no Tailwinds here. Landorus does come out, though, which is annoying, because I hate getting intimidated on the Komodo. That's why I really just... Like, I don't like bringing Clefairy a lot against Landorus teams, because I'm just getting intimidated anyway. But then every team has a Landorus, so it's like... But Muddy Water is going to come out from the Fini like we expected. We get the Icy Wind off. That's right, I did Icy Wind with Clefairy, so... This Landorus just coming in and Icy Winds left and right. It must be a Salt Vest Landorus, because it's taking that Icy Wind pretty well. I mean, I'm not invested with Clefairy, but it should still be doing a lot more than it is. So with Komodo, I should just be able to Z-Power here. Clanger Soul Blaze. It shouldn't KO the Landorus because of Assault Vest. But I'm going to follow me. If the Fini isn't Choice Specs and wants to go for Moonblast here, Clefairy's going to take it. I haven't followed me yet, but Clefairy just follows me in general. Oh, get the censorship bar up, and don't forget to take it off this time. So because of Icy Winds, Komodo's doing the dirty here. I don't think my opponent's going to want to Earthquake, because you'll be hitting your own Fini at that point. And that's just hindering yourself. So possibly a Rock Slide. Komodo resists that, though. Maybe a Superpower. But again, Clefairy went for Follow Me, so we're going to eat up Superpowers. U-turns if that's what it wants to go for here. Okay, Soul Blaze brings the Landorus down pretty low here. Landorus does actually go for Knockoff, which isn't good for Clefairy because that means we're losing our Eviolite. And the Fini does go for Moonblast. I don't know that this KOs Clefairy. It might without our Eviolite. No, Clefairy is still pretty bulky. So I just go for Poison Jab now into Fini, and I Moonblast the Fini as well. I Moonblast the Fini as well, just in case Poison Jab doesn't KO, because we are at neutral technically right now. I left the censorship bar up. Every time. Alright, Poison Jab. Probably won't KO because we were only neutral. On Fort, do we... Oh my god, and this thing has a berry too! I lose another pen. Now we're gonna just faint. I should have just followed me. He's gonna Rock Slide with the Landorus. So, yeah, even if I had followed me, he's still gonna KO with the Rock Slide. We are +1 in special defense, but it's 4 times super effective, and I am Naive Nature. This was something that came up in a past video somebody commented about. Yeah, see, Komodo just doesn't live that, so there's no reason to attempt to take a Moonblast from Tapu Fini. So the person that did comment that, there's your answer, indefinitely. Moonblast just gets KO'd, and that's not even Spec Fini. That's just normal Fini. So yeah, like I said, Landorus being on opponents' teams and trying to get up a Soul Blaze is just annoying because it brings you back to neutral, and then Komodo's just sitting there being dumb because it's not doing the damage it needs to be doing. We do get the Intimidate off here. My opponent's last Pokemon is... Oh, wait, they have two more. They have Zapdos and Kangaskhan. Okay, I can deal with that, I guess. I'm gonna lock myself into Rock Slide. I was about to try and Mega Evolve myself, but I'm already Mega. So I just fake out Fini, go for Rock Slide here. I assume just switch out the Landorus so you have the Intimidate, and you can just sit there and intimidate me to death, which is annoying. So I think we lost this one now. I think we guarantee lose. We were in such a good position for almost the entirety of the game. But the two bulky Pokemon having berries really set us back, and then the Landorus intimidating. Okay, Fini actually protects here. We should still KO the Landorus, as long as we hit Rock Slide. Watch me frickin'... Okay, good. I was gonna say, watch me jinx myself, but no. Rock Slide's gonna KO the Landorus there, so no more Intimidates, which I think my opponent kind of dropped the ball on that one. Because you would think you would just want to constantly intimidate my last two Pokemon, which are both physical attackers. Kang probably comes in. Yep, Kangaskhan comes in here. Fake out support. Has not Mega Evolved yet, but I assume it just does here. I Rock Slide with the Landorus. If he's smart, he fakes out my Kangaskhan and not my Landorus. Because I'm going to double edge this Fini, which should KO it. Oh, you know what I should have probably done, actually? I should have went for Low Kick. Low Kick doesn't KO Kangaskhan. We've already figured that out. Especially from a Jolly Kang. Unfortunate. After looking, I don't think Kangaskhan gets superpower, but if it does, that'd actually be pretty neat. Okay, Kangaskhan fakes out. Who's he fake out? Fake out my Kangaskhan. Yes! I mean, is that a yes? No, I wanted him to fake out my Landorus. Never mind. We have to flinch the Fini here now. We have to flinch the Fini. Kangaskhan flinch. Fini flinches! Yes, that's what we needed. 100% that's what we needed. So I just do that. Fini probably protects here, so I'm going to low kick Kang. I mean, we're still not out of the woods. Okay, Tapu Fini protects. We had to call that play. We had to call that play to win this one. And he can't be Jolly Landorus. I mean, Kangaskhan. And if he is, he has to flinch. Because low kick will KO from here. Okay. And there goes the Kangaskhan. Alright, so this turn we just Rock Slide again. That flinch on the Fini was so important. My boy Landorus doing the dirty. I have so many like pens and pencils over by my bed because I'm throwing them during these videos. Alright. So we already know we don't KO Zapdos with Rock Slide, but that's fine. We just Rock Slide here and double edge into the Fini. Because we'll KO the Fini, which is the main point here. And Zapdos can only KO one of the two Pokemon here, so... Kangaskhan double edge into Fini. There goes the Peen. Young Peen! And what does Zapdos decide to do here? It is just going to Tailwind. That's not going to save it, because it... I mean, I was going to say it could... I guess Heat Wave? Crit Heat Wave would be the only way the Zapdos can win here. So I Rock Slide... And I Sucker Punch, I guess, just to ensure that Heat Wave doesn't, like, double crit burn, kill me dead. Okay, what is it doing? Roost. Should have double-edged. Should have double-edged. But, I mean, it's not getting enough health off of Roost. It has to hope that I miss Rock Slide or something. Okay, he's gonna Roost again. I think he's gonna... okay, this is my last Rock Slide. So, no messing around, we double-edge here. Yeah. I didn't PP max my Pokemon, which I should have, 100%. Especially the Landorus when you're choicing yourself into stuff. Okay, so this should put in range that, oh, we already know that it had a berry. We already know that it had a berry. So we just double edge here. This should KO, right? Yeah, my boy King. We didn't know I had a berry, so there was no way I was going to Electrium Z, so it wouldn't have KO'd my Kangaskhan. Hopefully. But yeah. Could have choked it away there. But fortunately we did not. Alright, so we win our first battle, and that was a good 15-minute battle, kids. The first battles usually take the longest on these videos for some reason. I don't know. Like, I accidentally uploaded a video the other day that didn't finish rendering because my computer is being stupid like usual. And I'm like, oh, that's the length of a normal video. That was one battle. So, again, be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. We're so close to 1,000, guys. We won't reach it by the end of the year, unfortunately. We only have a couple days left. It'd be awesome if we did, but I'm not expecting it. 1866! Tofu from Hawaii! Oh, gosh. We're gonna get bodied! Okay, especially because it's almost the same as my opponent's last team. Is this the same team? Was Heatran there? I don't think it was a Heatran. I think it was something else. It was a Tyranitar instead of a Heatran. So we could go with the same team and hopefully play better this time. Let's do that. Let's go King, Clef, Lando, Kamo. Although, no, yeah, I like this. I was gonna say maybe Heatran over somebody, but no. And hopefully Kamo doesn't get intimidated, so we can actually KO a Feeny this time. I mean, we don't KO we don't KO a full health Feeny even with +1, but where that Feeny was at, we would have KO'd it. Okay, Kangaskhan Feeny leads out from my opponent. So we just do the same thing we did last time, except the Feeny is now, or the Zapdos is now Feeny. We go for Fake Out onto Tapu Fini and Icy Wind. I like that a lot. And especially if like the Kangaskhan wants to like get gutsy and go for a low kick on my Kangaskhan. That last Kangaskhan that low kicked us could have been Jolly, or it could have been a roll with Adamant, but now that we have Clefairy, we guarantee live that, because we have the Friend Guard ability. So, my King does Mega Evolve first. Again, that doesn't guarantee that we're going first, it just gives us a really optimistic look on us going first. So I do go first. I think a lot of people are running Adamant Kang because of the nerf to Parental Bond. But I'm just a fan of Jolly. Fake out my Kang. Yes! Every time. Every time they fake out my Kang. Don't fake out the fake out user. Especially if you're about to speed tie with each other. I mean, cool if you win the speed tie and then you get the fake out. But if you don't, and they fake out your Pokemon, then you're just wasting your time. There's very few instances you want to fake out the fake out user. I could just low kick the Kangaskhan, but I think the Kangaskhan's actually less of a threat to me. Oops, not following me, damn it. Than the Fiend. So I'm gonna Helping Hand Double Edge just in case Landorus comes in. It actually okay, Feeny does switch out for Landorus. Okay, well Landorus is getting hit by a Helping Hand Double Edge. It is -1, but it is Helping Hand. I was gonna Helping Hand low kick, but I thought Landorus would have went into that slot because the Kangaskhan being weak to fighting, like we did in the last game, where we brought Landorus in for Kangaskhan on the superpower. This is still going to hurt. Almost enough to KO there. Almost enough to KO. And now a low kick probably just KOs us. He's actually going to double edge as well with the Kangaskhan or She into my Clefairy, who should be able to take that very nicely. Very nicely. Now I just Sucker Punch on the Landorus. And I follow me with the Clefairy to ensure that his Kangaskhan doesn't go for something dumb. Kangaskhan actually switches for Zapdos, so we could have gotten a free Icy Wind off here. We're going to see Misty Seed from the Zapdos. Not a huge deal. Yeah, we get the useless Follow Me off. Sucker Punch. That should KO Landorus, no problem. So one big... I mean, that gets rid of Komoo's biggest issue. I mean, other than there's still a Peony sitting around back there. Kangaskhan is going to come out, which I kind of expected here. We could see Tailwind from the Zapdos, but what do I do? I bring in my Landorus, and I attempt to Icy Wind here. He probably just KOs my Clefairy at this point, either with the Kangaskhan or the Zapdos. But Landorus gets to come in at least. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to Hidden Power Ice there. It'd be very ballsy if he did. We're going to see Double Edge straight up from the Kangaskhan, probably in the Clefairy. Yep. And unfortunately, we do not take that after -1. And probably just Tailwind from Zapdos. A lot of recoil damage, which is nice. Tailwind does come out from Zapdos. But now, I should just be able to bring in Komo-o, right? I should just be able to bring Komo-o and go for my Z move. Yeah. I think we can, because it's a -1 Kang. He could switch in a Feeny here. I just choice myself into Rock Slide again. We might have to switch out Lando at some point, but I should be able to get my Klangris off, because it's a -1 Kang. Kang is going to Double Edge, I assume, in a Komo-o. We got... Okay, and a Landorus. That's even better. That means we get our Klangris Soul Blaze off, no problem. And we should get KO the Kang. Where's he Hidden Power Ice, I assume? Also on the Landorus. So that should KO us, unfortunately. But between Komo-o and Kangaskhan, we might be able to pull this off. He might expect me to protect with Komo-o, maybe? But now we have to stall out a Peen. Actually, if we're able to KO one of these two Pokemon, that would be perfect. Because I can fake out the Tapu Fini this next turn. And then protect the following turn with Komo-o. So that we don't get KO'd in Tailwind. As soon as Tailwind's gone, Komo-o can just bring us to victory. Victory! As Newt Gunray would say. Get that Star Wars reference in so we can get that Star Wars money. I don't know. Kangaskhan faint. Nobody fainted. That's actually not bad either. Because it still burns another turn of Tailwind. And all of my defenses rose. And Kang still gets to come in and fake something out. And I fake out the Zapdos here. Although, the problem becomes that Kangaskhan is really low on HP. But I fake out Zapdos. I just Poison Jab the Kang here. I just Poison Jab the Kangaskhan. Because I don't want to drop my defenses. Critical hit on the first fake out. I love that. I love that. Kangaskhan is going to low kick, I assume, my Kang. And it is able to KO even at the -1. Which is unfortunate because now Komo-o is up against two Pokemon. Which I don't enjoy seeing. Here comes the Poison Jab, which will KO the Kangaskhan. And then the Feeny comes in. I left it up again. Every time. I just get so into the battle, I forget that it's up. Especially because the Z move takes so long. Okay, so there should be one more turn of Tailwind. And I think my opponent, not protects, but roosts here. They're smart at least. I'm going to protect, so I can't get Moonblasted and Hidden Power Iced, KO'd here. Zapdos does roost. I kind of assumed it would. It's unfortunate, and Feeny goes for the Moonblast. The Tailwind's going to peter out. Now, does this Feeny have Protect, and does it go for it? I think we're kind of boned either way, but I'm going to Poison Jab the Feeny, because the Feeny's going to be able to do the most damage to me. Okay, no Protect. Can we KO this Feeny at +1? Just see, that Hidden Power Ice does nothing. Okay, Komo-o's stats are just terrible for a pseudo-legendary. They're just awful. Like, he doesn't have enough speed to outspeed things, and he doesn't have enough attack to kill things, even at +1. So, like, I would love to run, like, Adamant or Naughty, whatever the crap that plus attack, minus special attack nature is for Komo-o. But then it's not fast enough to outspeed things at +1. And, like, I could run Tailwind. And I have Icy Wind to help with that, but we didn't have any Icy Winds off. And I don't know. So if you guys are trying to fix this team, I'd suggest a Tailwind user and making the Komodo a little more attack-based, because as you can see, we miss attacks on Tapu Fini all the time, and currently that's the most used Tapu. I have not seen any other Tapus battling for the longest time. I've only seen Finis, which is kind of sad, but we did pretty good against that high-rated of a player, so can't be too upset. We're going to get one more battle, though. Yeah, I haven't seen a Coco or a Lele or a Bulu for the longest time. The longest time. Everybody uses Fini because of it's a bulky water type. It's a really good bulky water type, especially with the fairy typing. And we really haven't had a bulky... I guess Suicune. Suicune would have been the bulky water type everybody would be using if Fini wasn't around. But because it is, you don't have to use Suicune. It's kind of annoying. But that's what's going to happen. In any metagame, they're going to use the best Pokemon they have. That's why, like, yeah, you can complain about Chalk, but there's still going to be those teams around where it's like, you know, this is all you're going to ever see. Alright, 1592 for our final opponent today from Japan. I lost another pencil. I lost another pencil! We see, oh boy. Here's an annoying team. Celesteela, there's Tapu Lele, there's a different Tapu finally. Porygon 2, Snorlax, Landorus, and Charizard. So as soon as that Landorus is gone, my Komodo can do the dirty. But until then, I'm going to lead with Fini because it's our Trick Room stopper. And nothing really scares it too much. I mean, the Charizard with Solar Beam, I guess, but in that case we can lead with Landorus. Then Komodo in the back because we were just talking about how good it is. And that could go Heatran's amazing here. Once we get rid of that Landorus. Grade A Heatran. Grade A Heatran once that Landorus is gone. As long as the Snorlax doesn't have high horsepower. Or the Charizard doesn't randomly have Earthquake. If it does, whoo, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. There's some Pokemon somebody was talking about today that gets Earthquake and nobody ever uses it as an Earthquake user. And they were like, if it has Earthquake, I'm going to be so mad. I can't remember what it was, because I was going to run it with Earthquake. I can't remember. That's sad, man. I was going to run an Earthquake Pokemon. That usually doesn't run Earthquake. But it can, if it really wanted to. Oh, I think it was Torkoal with Earth Power, because I think the next team is going to have a Torkoal with Earth Power on it. That might have been what it was, actually. Because then you can deal with Heatran, which would usually wall a Torkoal. And we haven't seen a lot of Torkoals. We haven't seen any Torkoals on this series. I haven't seen a single Torkoal in any videos other than that one. So we have Landorus and Tapu Fini versus Porygon 2 and Landorus. So instantly, Tapu Fini is threatening the Landorus, and I can taunt. So, by the way, we haven't used the Heatran or the Fini, which is what I changed about this team until this battle. So we do have the Intimidate coming out from both Pokemon. Doesn't matter as much on my Fini. Okay, does the Porygon 2 have Download, or does it have a Trace? It has Download, and it gets an Attack Raise. I enjoy that. I don't think this thing is going to Trick Room this turn. If anything, I think it Ice Beams my Landorus, but I'm going to U-turn with my Landorus. We do go faster than this Landorus, so might not be Jolly or Choice Scarf for that matter. I do just U-turn out of here. There's no way he Earthquakes here, right? I'm going to bring in my Heatran. Because we'll eat up an Ice Beam if that's what Porygon 2 went for. Okay, the opposing Landorus also U-turns off of my Fini. So, thinking the same thoughts here. I wonder if it's U-turn into a slow Pokemon for Trick Room. Be interesting. Snorlax. I'm going to taunt this Porygon 2, so it can't get a Trick Room up. And there it's attempting to go for Trick Room. Now we taunt the Snorlax, so it can't go for Curse or Belly Drum. And then we just rifle off Heat Waves from this Heatran. I like it a lot. Porygon 2 might switch for like Landorus, but Landorus isn't going to enjoy Heat Wave. It won't KO it by any means. I don't even think it's a 2-hit KO, but it is hurtful. There's the Landorus. Not the greatest switch in, Especially because I'm 2 special attackers, so it's not like you're hurting me by doing that. Heat Wave does connect with both Pokemon. Burn on the Landorus. Love it. And Taunt on the Snorlax. We're just shutting down Pokemon left and right here. Snorlax falls for the Taunt, and he does have high horsepower, but I do have that Shucka Berry. So I do live that quite nicely. You can see the burn on the Landorus, and the only reason we burn the Landorus is because it is a flying type Pokemon, so it isn't touching the terrain. And then I just switch Heatran back out for Landorus. Bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Worldwide when I walk in the room. Feeny already putting in that work. Shucka Berry Heatran already putting in that work. I think that really helped the team out. I think this swap in Pokemon choice really helped the team out. Again, I think Tailwind might be useful, but I just like that. I mean, you could go, instead of Clefairy, you could go Togekiss. You do lose your Friend Guard ability, but you also get to, I don't know. Okay, I don't agree with that. He was doing the switch to do the Earthquake. But now he's a burn -1 Landorus hitting my Feeny with an Earthquake. It's not going to do a ton. Yeah, it does next to nothing. And now you're switching into a Muddy Water. He might have thought I wouldn't have Muddy Watered, or she, sorry, might have thought I wasn't going to Muddy Water because I was just constantly taunting there. Unfortunately, we do lose a lot of power behind Tapu Fini once you get rid of that Choice Specs, but we weren't KO. One of my commenters was also saying how we weren't KOing Pokemon anyway with Choice Specs, so why keep it around? And now I just choice myself in a Rock Slide with the Landorus and switch Feeny for Heatran. I didn't really need to do that. That was kind of a dumb play because I guess the Charizard. Well, the only reason I did that is because I was expecting to get Solar Beam by the Charizard, but that's only if I miss this Rock Slide. So I just kind of let him bring in his Porygon 2 without being taunted again, without a problem here, unfortunately. But Charizard does protect here, so that actually kind of saves me, that he protects the Charizard. So Landorus Rock Slides. Actually, this is perfect that he protected Charizard, because now he can only bring in Porygon 2 or Snorlax. He can't bring in both at the same time and protect Trick Room, because my Feeny's out of here. So he brings in the Porygon 2. I don't know that he attempts to set up Trick Room here. He could switch in the Snorlax. Special attack increase from Porygon 2. But my Heatran now has a boost in the sun with Heat Wave. So we're looking real clean here. So I just Rock Slide with Landorus, which is going to KO Charizard. Possibility of flinching the Porygon 2. And it turns this Heat Wave into single target stab drought boosted. So as long as we hit this. Yes. It's going to do some damage. Tons of damage. Porygon 2 actually flinches. It's not a good day for my opponent. It is not a good day. I would be throwing pens left and right if I was my opponent right now. Snorlax is going to come out here. And again, we just do the dirty. We Heat Wave, and we Rock Slide. Could see a forfeit. Yep, match is gonna be forfeited. I would forfeit too if that just happened to me, because they just had a chance to pull that out. If they would have hit the Trick Room there, because then Snorlax could have KO'd my Heatran, and then Porygon 2. Most likely having the Ice Beam could have KO'd Landorus. There still would have been the Feeny in the back, and the Komodo. The Komodo would have went down to the Porygon 2, and the Feeny would have been by itself. So my opponent did have a way to pull it out there. So it is rather unfortunate that they got flinched. But what can you do? We've been in that position so many times, I don't feel bad. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us again. Again, if you want to try out the new Komodo team, the link will be in the description below. Also, I just registered for Dallas Regional, so if any of you are going to be there, your boy's going to be there. As long as work doesn't cuck me over. This will be my first time flying. I'm so scared. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Pew!